Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we continue our series in important questions that you might face in an API design interview or any interview, to be honest. So the question is, what is API design? I will guarantee that you will probably face this question like 80% of the time that you have any interview that is related to system design. So, API design refers to the process of developing application programming interfaces that expose data and application functionality for use by developers and applications. Effective API design involves planning and decision making about how the API will function, how it will how it will be used, and how it will integrate with other services. And I would say this answer is pretty enough and it's pretty clear. However, I guess it's since you are here, let's talk more about some key aspects of API design. So, if your interviewer wants to ask you about some things, you might have some basic idea of what we should say. So, let's talk about some key concepts. Let's make this quite smaller and bullet points. Let's talk. Yep. So the first we want to talk about the purpose and functionality. The primary step in API design is to define the purpose of the API. This involves understanding what services or data the API will provide access to and how it will support the business goals or user needs. Number two, user and developer experience. Designing an API also involves considering the developer experience. This means making the API intuitive, easy to use, and well documented. Good API design aims to ensure that developers can quickly understand and implement the API in their application. Sorry, I'm quite ill. So yeah. Number three, let's talk about number three, which will be the methods and endpoint. Methods and endpoint. API design involves deciding on the architecture, such as REST, GraphQL, or others, and defining the endpoint and methods like get, post, put, delete, etc. This will be available. Okay, so each point should correspond to a specific functionality from the post, get, put, delete and adhere to standards that promote maintainability and scalability. Number four, we have about nine. Oh, no, 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 no. Number four, we have about nine points. And I guess it's quite important to talk about them. Number four, we want to talk about data formats. API needs to handle data formats for input and output. Common formats include JSON, which is JavaScript Object Initiation, and XML. There's the choice of data format affects how easily data can be manipulated and consumed by different client applications. Number five, security. Designing security into an API is crucial. This includes authentication, authorization, and data encryption, and ensuring that the APIs is resilient against common security threats like SQL injection, CSRF, which is cross-site request forgery, and DDoS, which is distributed denial of service. And yeah, this is the what we should consider security. I guess that you might face some questions when it comes to security. Number six, oh no, no, versioning. Yeah. So as APIs involves maintaining different versions helps in managing changes without disturbing or disrupting the service for users who rely on older versions. Effective versioning strategies are essential to API design. Number seven, performance and scalability. The API design should include considerations for managing load, such as rate limiting, caching strategies, and the handling of different load conditions. It's important to design APIs that can scale with increased demand. Number eight, error handling. APIs should include a robust error handling that can inform the user of what went wrong and possibility how to fix it. This includes standard error codes and messages which help in debugging issues during development and maintenance. And number nine, which is documentation. Comprehensive and clear documentation is a crucial part of API design. It should accurately describe how to use the API, including examples of requests and responses or error codes and explanations of data fields. Um, so API design is foundational aspect of software development that affects how effectively systems can interact with each other. A well designed API not only makes development easier, but also ensure that the API can serve its users long into the future as technology and requirements evolve. So, in conclusion, if the interviewer asks you about what is API design, you will say API design refers to the point of development of developing. Refers to the process of developing application programming interfaces that expose data and application functionality for users or for use by developers and applications. This one line or this two lines is enough. And the points that we did talk about, the additional points that your interviewer might ask you about. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope you like my content. If you like my content, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And see you in future problem.